I think that maybe that will segue us into the last thing I want to talk about today, which was testing. But I'll finish with this on that point. Facebook or any test, anytime you're trying to improve something, there is guesswork and there's the scientific method. Everybody that I teach in my programs and my clients and my students, like shout out to MBA program if you want to know how to run Facebook ads. If you know what you're doing, but you want to be elite, I got a thing for that. I'm not trying to do too much of a shout out, but my point is, if you make the system a constant, then you can test it to improve it. So if you want to make a better landing page and be able to test what happens when you got this bottleneck, how do I improve that bottleneck by adjusting that landing page experience, that after the click experience, you can't also change the source of traffic. So you can't be changing the ads, the audiences, the bidding, all of that stuff, and then also legitimately try to determine whether or not your offer, your landing page, your email flow, your whatever it is that you're doing after the fact, because you're adjusting 3 variables, 5 variables in an equation, and say you're right. Say you have a better result. Which
variable was it exactly?
So my point is, get Facebook down to a control element that is a constant, and then test one thing. If you work on every month getting a bit better, if you get 50% better every month, in 6 months, you're going to be 20% better than if you 10x'd tomorrow from where you're at today. And every single day is going to be 20% better. So my point is, instead of trying to chase down audiences and hacks and all of this other stuff, get it down to literally one thing, improve that one thing, like the concept was Kaizen, right? And then like that 1% better, right? That's how you get that 50% over the month and all that fun stuff. If you can do that in a repeated fashion, you can then send a higher volume of higher quality, very similar people into a user experience. And then you're legitimately testing what happens after the click, because your email flow, everybody looks the same. The lookalike audience, everybody saw the same ads. They went to the same landing page. They had the same experience. So what happens when you then creative test against those people and send them down the same thing and test your email flow? The source and at what happens afterwards, much higher quality integrity of data, because you're not chasing 5 variables. And so ultimately, I think that's what this gets down to is, I think these are all very important things. However, any one of those that makes my Facebook system have more than one variable is something that is a distraction to me making an improvement. At the end of the day, directional improvement is far better than me feeling good when I hit refresh on my dashboard.
And that's like the proper way to test, right? Is testing one thing at a time. And the other thing too, right, is like people don't, I guess, understand the power of like exponential like growth. And then like it's small improvements over more iteration cycles. Like if you can do like 20 or 30 iteration cycles that are a 5% improvement each time, like that is much more powerful than, as you say, like 10xing once. Like it's more consistent, it's more stable. Like it's just a better way to do it. Like iterative improvement is really kind of the way you have to do it. And like you can sometimes have like specific tests that perform really well and you get like a bigger jump, but ultimately it's the number of cycles that you're running that is kind of the most important component.
And the quality of that.